Hi everyone, this is Daniel Lee on Melee Science, and today we are going to talk about 3 people that have stood out to me in the first quarter of 2017. Now, of course, there haven't been too many majors, which has been slightly disappointing for Melee given the remarkable season that we had last year in 2016. Regardless, there are 3 players that I feel if I were to make a power rankings today that will be shooting up the rankings in the top 25. First off, I have to begin with Chudat. In 2017, with the little sample size we have had, he's done nothing but impress me. He finished 9th place at Genesis, where his 2 losses were to HBox and Leffen. These are not bad losses at all. And in the meantime, he defeated Shroomed, he beat Wizrobe, and defeated Slox. So that resume, if you just took out his name, it looks like a top 10 resume to me. And of course, later in the year, with his onion-eating shenanigans, he got himself into the Smash Summit this year, and he did not disappoint at all. He defeated Axe, he defeated SFAT, and he defeated Mango. And his losses weren't bad either. He lost to Mutaking, Armada, and Plup. So if we look at the wins, look at his resume, you just took out the name Chudat and said, look at this player's wins and this player's losses. It looks really impressive to me, and I think we have enough of a sample size to clearly say that Chudat is a top 15 level player, and he might be even top 10 today. The second player on the list is DrugFox. He did have a little bit of a shaky run at Genesis, finishing in 17th place. The main reason was that he lost to Daryl in round 2 bracket pools. However, along the way, he did have a modest resume of defeating Ryan Ford from Canada, Bladewise from Washington, and Zoo from NorCal. But what really impressed me was not so much the Genesis performance as much as how he did in SoCal after Genesis 4. He went to a bunch of local events and stayed in the local area to train. And along the way, he had sets won off of all the SoCal top players, including Hugs, SUJ, Wes, and Lucky, which are really impressive wins and things that I would have not expected from DrugFox last year. And most recently, he finished 5th at Full Bloom, defeating SFAT and also Axe. So for me, the big thing about DrugFox was I always viewed him as a player that was very cerebral. He had a lot of great ideas, a lot of great theory crafting that came out really well in friendlies, but for whatever reason, it just never came together for him in tournament. But I'm happy to see that he is performing more consistently and playing less nervous at a tournament stage where his friendly practice is mimicking into tournament level play. And the third person is a little bit lower on the power rankings compared to DrugFox and Chudat, but it's KJH. And KJH is a player that I viewed last year to be around the top 30 to top 40. He had his ups and downs, and one of the big defining traits of KJH is how technical his Fox is. He is able to shine very well. He's able to do these maneuvers, shine Peach across the stage, wave shine back. And when I played him at EVO, he was one of the few Foxes that could punish me really hard out of shield for even jabbing him. So he's clearly, remarkably technical. A lot of people call him a nerd, but I really thought that he was strong in certain matchups like Sheik, Samus, and the Fox Ditto. But however, I never really thought that things came together in the more uncommon matchups. This year, I think that he's taken it up a notch, especially with the performances he's had this year. He won Apollo in the beginning of the year over Swedish Delight and Duck. He also finished top 16 at Genesis 4. So given that we thought that KJH was a top 30 level player, this is definitely a step up for him. He also finished 4th at Smash Valley, which included a bunch of top 20 to top 25 level players. Definitely exceeded my expectations in regards to where I would place him if I were to predict the bracket. So overall, I'm really happy for him, for KJH in general, the fact that he's improving, he's starting to see results. I think he will rise up to the top 25 if he continues to perform like this, and possibly even the top 20. So there you have it. Those are my 3 players that have impressed me at the top of Smash Melee in the beginning of 2017. If you'd like to see more content or let me talk about more players in the future, go ahead and drop a line in the comments or on my Twitter.